Welcome to Morning Coffee and Inspirational Words. I am glad you took the time to join me. And today we are going to talk about words, our responsibility with words, the words we use.
Never thought that you would understand what it means to take a woman, be a man. Never thought that you would come.
I'm Petula Alicia, and I help men and women to build self-confidence so that they can create a life that they love. I hope you have your coffee or your tea this morning. I have some bodak root tea. Yeah, some herbal tea this morning. That's good. So I hope you have your beverage of choice this morning. And remember, when you come on in to Morning Coffee, an inspirational word, that you come on in with a beverage in one hand and your confidence in the other, because they go well together. This morning I want to share a quote with you because you guys know I love quotes so much. So the quote is, be careful with your words. Once they are said, they can be only forgiven, not forgotten. I have said words to people that I couldn't take back once it was out of my mouth. And I know of other people who have said words to people that once it's left the mouth, the damage is done. And so this morning, I just want to encourage us as we go about the day, as we go about the week, to remember that our words have real power in them, and it has the ability to build up others or tear down others. Or you say something that is too harsh or unkind or judgmental, stop and think before those words leave your mouth. Because people may forgive you for it, but after you've said what you've said, the damage is done. The hurt, the pain, the discomfort, that's already done. You're already tearing down that person, have already torn down that person's self-confidence or psychological comfort. And I know of one person, and something was said to her, and I was talking to her just yesterday, and even though this statement or this untrue lie or this mean, even though the person who said it believed that it was the truth, and it's just so funny. I don't know how to explain this. Even though you may be at a certain level of growth compared to someone else, that doesn't give you a right to be judgmental towards that person. That doesn't give you a right to elevate yourself above that person and try to tear them down because they are not where you are as far as their personal growth goes. And it might be a characteristic flaw in that person that you don't like, but that doesn't give you a right to be mean, thoughtless, and cruel by pulling out that person's flaw and setting them straight and telling them as it is, because you think you have every right to do so, because you feel that because it's true, that gives you the right to be mean. And so I personally disagree with that. Not because something is true with a person's flaw, personal characteristics or flaw, or however you want to phrase it or look at it. Not because that statement might be true. That relieves you of the responsibility that you have as far as words go and as far as building up other people. And if you're the more enlightened one, then shame on you that you couldn't find a way to share with this other person that wasn't damaging to them emotionally, psychologically, and spiritually, in the sense that you made this person so depressed that now every interaction they have, every relationship that they're in, those words are coming up to that person. Well, if this person says that, then that must be true. Now because that person is not able, or is not to the point where they know how to shut out negative criticism and put those lies in their place, because not all of us are able to do this. And some of us internalize that stuff and walk around with it and start believing in it, and it starts manifesting in our lives, in every relationship, in every encounter, in every interaction, just because one person or a multitude of people, because you don't know how many other people are coming at this one person with all these negative words, hateful, thoughtless words, and you keep tearing down this person's psyche and self-confidence. So I want to encourage us to be a part of the solution, to be a part of the movement of uplifting rather than pulling down. And I truly believe in the school of thought, if you have nothing good to say, then shut your mouth. So I want to encourage us to just be people, especially when it comes to women, especially when we're interacting with members of our families, because they are members of our families. That doesn't give us the right to be reckless with our words and with their emotions, and to be brutally honest. You could still be tactful and sensitive. And I know a lot of us like to come from this standpoint, well, I'm not going to be fake, I'm going to keep it real, I'm going to set them straight and tell them as it is. And I've found usually people who say that and do that, when you turn the tables on them and you set them straight and you're plain and you're frank with them, they can't even take their own medicine. They can't receive it when others are doing it to them. And that is just to show you how negative and how destructive that is when we are using words to basically destroy each other. Because there are ways to string your words together that will encourage and empower another human being. And there are ways to string your words together that will tear them down and that will keep them stuck in that place where they're replaying and replaying and replaying that harsh negative criticism that you had to impart on them because you are so elevated. And listen, as human beings, none of us are up there. None of us are quite there yet. No human being. So I just find it really hard when people say, oh, I'm just being honest, or I'm just setting them straight, or I'm just telling them as it is. You know, like the Bible would say, look at the beam in your eye first and then look at your brothers, because all of us have faults. It might be in different areas of our lives, but we all have faults. None of us are perfect. So while I am busy giving you a harsh word, a criticism or judgment, the same thing could be thrown back at me, because I am human just as much as you are. So not just for you, for myself, and when I share with you guys, I talk to me too. We are responsible for the words we use when we communicate with others. We're responsible for the words we use and the intonation that we deliver it in. We are responsible. And so I just want to remind you guys that as you start this Monday off, that you stop and think before you use any harsh or negative words or judgmental words at people, because sometimes we just need to take the time and walk around in somebody else's shoes before we get on our high horses and we set those cruel, mean, hateful, harsh words free. So I want to remind you guys of the quote this morning, which is, be careful with your words. Once they are said, they can be only forgiven but not forgotten. Trust me, that person, even if you maintain a relationship with them, your relationship will never be the same again, because depending on how hurtful those words were, they will always have that in their mind. There will always be a level of a wall that they feel they have to protect themselves from you. They may forgive you for it and continue having a relationship with you, but they are definitely not gonna forget it. So I hope that nobody here is guilty of that. And if you are, that you just stop and consider before you use those negatively impactful words. So joining me for the first time, welcome, and put a 1 in the comment box. My regular supporter, put a 2 in the comment box. If you found value in what I shared with you this morning, put a 3 in the comment box. And if you're looking at this on replay and you cannot be bothered to do any of those things, put hashtag replay in the comment box below. Remember to be your awesome self and go out and do incredible things today. And remember, shake off the Monday blues. Mondays are filled with endless possibilities and new opportunities, and it is a day just waiting for you to take hold of it and use it to the best of your ability. Take advantage of Monday. Have a wonderful Monday. Bye.